What's up everybody, Prepared Guy here once again, and today we're taking a look at the THRUNITE BSS V4. Upon unboxing, you'll find the light itself along with instructions, a red light filter, a lanyard and O-rings, a standard pocket clip, a micro USB charging cable, a flimsy nylon holster, and a 3.6 volt IMR 18650 3100 mAh lithium-ion rechargeable battery. The THRUNITE BSS V4 is made of aerospace grade aluminum alloy. It's IPX8 water resistant up to 2 meters, has an impact rating of 1.5 meters, and it weighs just over 5 ounces or just a little bit less than 150 grams with the battery on board. I'll leave the tech specs from the manual on the screen now just in case I accidentally leave out any details, so pause the video here to see those details. During my runtime test, I ran the BSS V4 on the 2523 lumen turbo mode and then allowed it to step down and drain naturally. After about 2 minutes, it stepped down to the 614 lumen output and it ran for an additional 2 hours and 10 minutes on that mode before becoming completely depleted, for a total runtime of 2 hours and 12 minutes, falling short of the runtime stated in the manual by about 10 minutes. During my thermal test in the 2523 lumen turbo mode, the BSS V4 got up to a max thermal output of 107 degrees Fahrenheit or 41 degrees Celsius after about 1 minute and 42 seconds of use. During my recharge time test using the USB charging port on my Jackery Explorer 160, the BSS V4 charged from completely depleted to fully recharged in 3 hours and 39 minutes. Now let's take a quick tour of the modes and general operation of the BSS V4. Alright guys, now we're going to do a brief tour of the THRUNITE BSS V4, and as you can see, it's a pretty nice looking light overall. I got the Desert Tan model with the super aggressive bezel. As you can see here, that is a super aggressive bezel. We also have the tail switch in the back. You can stand it up on its own, and you can actually stand it the other way as well. It's got a pocket clip there on the body. You also have your micro USB charging port on the side here. You have to make sure that flap is down to make sure that you don't get any water in it. That makes it IPX8. Otherwise, it's not IPX8. It's more like you're going to need a new flashlight if you get water in there. So, as far as the operation goes, you have a side switch here that has the memorized modes. So this will go through and do the stepping. So you got the 33 lumens, 350, and then you have the 1426 lumens. But here's the thing, if you are cycling through, and this is one of the things I didn't like about it, if you're cycling through, say that you start off in the 33 lumens, then you go to step up to the 350 lumens and you wait a few seconds, and then you go to step up to the 1426 lumens, it doesn't do that. It drops back down to the 33 lumens. I don't know why it does that. I do not like that. So as you can see again, I'll show you guys again. I'm going to go 33 lumens, 350, and then 1426, and then we drop back down to the 33 lumens. But if you leave it there, 1, 2, 3, press it again, 1, 2, 3, it's going to drop back down. But if you let it cycle through, it goes all the way up to the 1400 lumens. If you want to go to direct turbo, 1, 2, double tap direct turbo, hold it down, it'll go into the half a lumen mode for the Firefly mode. You got the tactical switch in the back, automatically all the time we'll just go to the turbo mode, which is 2523 lumens. If you want to use a strobe, 1, 2, 3, that's the strobe. Press it again to turn it off. There is a lockout mode. How that works is you put it in the moonlight mode or the Firefly mode, and then you hold it down again, and then the side switch will turn red, and now you've locked out. To undo that, you just hold it down, and then it'll turn back off. So basically, pretty simple operation there. The bezel, it's very sharp, very spiky. You can take it off. I have this little bezel detacher right here. Makes it easier for me to take that off. And there is a red light filter here. So this filter, you put it on like that, it's mirror reflective. So what that basically means is that you're going to be able to shine a light at it like so. And I'll show you this way. And you can see that kind of reflecting. So it does reflect light. You don't think it would typically, but it does. I don't know. It's a tactical light that reflects light. So red light. That's what the red light looks like. You can take that off. It is just threaded. So if you take the lens off or you take the bezel off, this isn't just going to fall out. See, I know a lot of Olights and stuff like that, if you take the bezel off, you could risk everything falling out, the guts coming off. But so that is what this looks like. That's what it's all about. Let's take it outside and let's see what it can do. The THRUNITE BSS V4 has a max beam distance of 250 meters or 820 feet, and it has a max candela of 15,750 CD. It also utilizes a cool white LED coming in at 6500K. Firefly mode, which is a little over half a lumen, and we're 20 feet away from the railing in front of me. Now I'm going to put it into the UI for this, in my opinion. So when you have to push the button, it's kind of just stupid. So I'm going to be really honest with this. I want it to be in the 33 lumen mode. It's in the 33 lumen mode. You have to hold the button down to go into the 350 lumen mode, but then it drops back down. It doesn't go into the 1426 lumen mode. So you have to hold it and let it go through all the modes like this to cycle through to the 1426 lumen mode. Now, apparently, maybe that's a safety mechanism. Here, I'm going to put this so you can manually see what I'm seeing. I have my camera in manual mode right here. But maybe it's a safety mechanism so you don't blind yourself. But, you know, I think it's just pathetic. But anyway, here's what we do, okay? This is the moonlight mode or the firefly mode. And then we have the 33 lumen mode, the 350 lumen mode, and then the 1426 lumen mode. But if I do that slow, so if I go to show you the 33 lumen mode and then the 350 lumen mode and go like this, and then I go over to the 1400, it doesn't go to the 1400. It drops back down to like the 33 lumen mode. So I have to cycle through again. See how that happened? So you get your 33, 350, 1400. Which I just don't like. And then if you want to get into the 2523 lumen mode, you have to hit the tactical switch in the back, which is fine. But yeah, I just don't like the way that cycles, and it's awkward. So if I wanted to cycle through, I have to do it immediately and hold the button down. Otherwise, if I go from 33 lumens to 350, and then over to the 1400, it doesn't do the 1400. It drops right back down to 33. So I just don't like that. It's probably in the manual somewhere, but just on general principle, as a flashlight person, I don't like that. That's stupid. And then tactical mode, nice and bright. Now, we're gonna go over to the edge of the porch here. As you guys can see, we're about 50 feet from the bush and the marker in front of us. This is in the tactical mode. Okay, guys, this is real. This is what I'm seeing right now to the naked eye. So that's nice and bright. It's very bright. It's very floody. Now I'm going to do a side-by-side comparison for you guys because THRUNITE asked me to do this. I have the Olight Warrior 3, okay? They said compare it. So here we are, about 75, 80 feet from that tree line that's the furthest point back. This is what the Olight looks like, and then this is what the THRUNITE looks like. So this is THRUNITE, and this is Olight. As you can see, this is a thrower, this is a flutter. It still does a pretty darn good job at reaching out there. Olight does a better job, but they still wanted me to compare the two. So here we are at about 100 feet out to the tree line. And side by side, that's what they look like on camera. I like the hotspot. I like to be able to see what I'm seeing. But I think it's kind of cool that it's flood. And they both have their nice attributes. Like I said, I'm a thrower guy. I like to be able to reach out there and punch through and be able to hit my target. And this is just the Warrior 3. And now this is just the THRUNITE. It's really up to you guys what you want and how you want it.
Let's do this from a further distance. Let's try 300 feet. All right, guys, now our target is 300 feet in front of us. I'm gonna throw this in the turbo mode. For the tactical mode, this is the THRUNITE on the right, and we're gonna put the Warrior 3 on the left. So as you can see, guys, from far away, that distance, they're both doing a very, very similar job to each other. They almost look like I'm using the same flashlight for both, but you can see that tighter beam right there on the Warrior 3, whereas it's more of a flood for the THRUNITE, but they both have pretty good throw for the most part. And as you can see on the screen right now, this is the difference between the two of them for how far they actually throw. This is the THRUNITE, this is the Olight.
My pros and cons are as follows. First, the pros. The BSS V4 has a solid build quality, an aggressive bezel, and it comes with a red light filter. The fact that it was fairly close to competing with the Olight Warrior 3 was also a plus, especially with the significant price difference between the two. As far as my cons go, the stepping modes in the UI were kind of awkward for my liking, and the instructions that came with the light didn't tell me how to use the strobe mode, but otherwise the light worked as it should and performed without fail. So if you're considering the THRUNITE BSS V4, I would say that it would make a great self-defense pocket carry flashlight. Rolling in at about $60 on Amazon, the BSS V4 is half the price of the Olight Warrior 3. The Olight Warrior 3 will always be my favorite, but the THRUNITE BSS V4 is a strong competitor for the price point and overall performance. I feel confident in the BSS V4's ability to perform, and I think that if you're considering getting one, that it would be a great investment, especially with THRUNITE's 2-year replacement warranty and limited lifetime maintenance. I'll leave a link down in the description below. I hope this video has been helpful. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. This has been Prepared Guy, and until next time, guys, stay prepared.